Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the presentation of iHaus, a road towards a smart charging community. I am Lumila Hada, coach of iHaus, and I'd like to introduce our customers, Ralph and Anton, and our coolest project leader, Jan Ole Johansen, and my team of lovely developers. Now, to carry on with the presentation, I'd like to hand over to Jennifer.
Thank you. Now, let's imagine this scenario. Mary has bought a new Tesla, and she's super happy about it. But then she suddenly realizes that she does not have a charging station. Now she's sad. But then her neighbor, Bob, comes to rescue, saying that he has a charging station and is also willing to share it with her, until he notices that it's really difficult to align their schedules. Now they're both really frustrated and do not know what to do anymore. Well, we have the solution to that problem, and it's called City Juice. What exactly does City Juice do, you wonder now? Well, let's dive right into it. First of all, our app is supposed to do charging station management. It means anything that has to do with booking, scheduling, requesting access to charging stations, you can do in our app. Secondly, we incorporate smart home interactions. It means anything that happens to your charging station or your car will be notified to you over your smart home devices. Thirdly, to make booking and scheduling more fun and entertaining, we introduce a bonus point system. Every time you use our app efficiently, you'll be rewarded with bonus points, which you can then cash in for rewards. Lastly, we enable something that is called smart scheduling. That means whenever you use our app, it learns from you and also tries to adapt to it. It can therefore suggest new bookings and charging stations to your liking. To see some of these features, let's move on to our trailer.
Welcome in!
Thanks for throwing this party for me.
Tom's station is now available.
Why is Bob leaving?
He just received notification from City Juice. The app tells him when to charge his car. Back in the day, he used to come home at the same time as Tom, who also owns an electric car. You know, they used to argue a lot about the charging station. But then they started using City Juice to coordinate. The smart devices at home actually notify Bob when the charging station becomes available.
Oh, do you all use City Juice?
Yeah, Donald here, for example, he uses it in a completely different way.
Yeah, I have a lot of free time because I'm a Bitcoin millionaire. I charge on the cheapest time slots. My car is completely autonomous. That way, I don't even need to get up when one of them opens up in the middle of the night.
So after watching our trailer, you might probably wonder what devices we interact with to make this scenario possible. So if you have a look at our event location, you can see that it provides a lot of smart devices. And that's also what we imagine our visionary scenario to be like. So for example, we could have the Philips Hue lamps, the Tesla charging station, and also the Sonos speaker. And if we map those devices to our hardware-software model, you can see that they are all connected to the iHaus server, which hosts the iHaus cloud service. This service is basically our smart home manager and therefore manages all of our devices. It therefore has to be connected to our City Juice app, which is our car driver system. So our application runs on the latest iPhone operating system and is also connected to our Linux server, which hosts the charging station manager and the charging community storage so that we can read and store all necessary data for our use cases. Now that you got a rough overview of our hardware-software mapping, let's head over to the live demo where we show you how to register and book with City Juice.
I just heard about this new app, City Juice, where I can manage and share my charging stations with my friends. Let's sign up for one account right now. So I just need to add a photo. There you go. A password. And a charging station, yes. Let's move on. Oh, it can pick up my current address, and that's right. Okay, need to choose the connector, that's a type B, and upload a picture of my charging station. Great, now I can sit back and wait for the cash to flow in.
Damn, the battery is almost empty. But wait, recently I downloaded the City Juice, and I can find the nearest charging station. So, can you see now? Yeah. Now I can go to the charging station, and I can connect to the charging station by scanning a QR code or send a request. Now, let's scan this handsome charging station. Okay, now I can see the schedule of the charging station. Perfect. I can book the time slot that is right now.
Okay, so what you basically saw now, I want to explain it to you in the system design so you know about the technical flow of events. So first I want to start off with our City Juice app, which is our car driver system you can see on the left. So if we go into detail, you can see that the car driver manager takes Liana's location from the location service and also receives her request to book at the charging station. He will then forward this request to the event handler so that he can register this event and forward all necessary information to the scheduling manager for him to book the charging slot. The scheduling manager then has to interact with the smart home system and therefore sends his request to the charging station manager through the smart home manager. And once the charging slot and the calendar event has been set, the charging station manager will send back a confirmation to the scheduling manager, and the scheduling manager will then let the event handler know about this new event so that he can visualize it in our user interface and of course store and update all necessary data in our charging community storage. So let's have a look what happens if Liana starts to charge her Tesla now.
Now let's plug this cable into the car.
Oh, great, my light lit up. That means someone's charging at my charging station. Maybe I can afford a new Tesla now.
What you basically saw now is the charging station manager lets the smart home manager know that the Tesla is charging, and the smart home manager will then notify all connected smart devices and of course our City Juice app and let all participating users know about this new event. Now that you know about the technical flow of events, I want to hand over to Lucas so he can explain the main components in our analysis object model.
Thank you, Anne. So let's walk you through all components. And let's start with the one that we're given. So the main component is, of course, the car driver, who could be a charging station owner at the same time. For that, he needs at least one house with all his smart devices in it. The smart devices could be the hue lights at the ceiling of the entries, the Sonos speaker in the living room, or the charging station in the gateway. To find the closest charging station, the charging station as well as the car provide you with a location, so you can find them on the map. So let's get to the newly introduced components. Here we have the friend list with all the friends like Leander who have access to your charging station, or in her case, hopefully lots of friends that provide you with access. Because you're going to end up with a huge list of friends, we give you the opportunity to group them into communities. You could think of a community for TUM, so you can charge your car here, or one for your new startup, or one for your beach house on Mallorca. Because you didn't know yesterday that today you're going to end up riding the best waves at the sea, you probably want to cancel your old booking and request a new one. For that, the event handler triggers the scheduler to remove the old booking and add the new already paid booking. So here's our complete analysis object model again. What is still missing is the bonus that you get for freeing up a slot and the calendar that so you can see when the charging station is occupied. So let's get to our current status. We're going to work until February on the smart scheduling, so we can recommend you when to charge, the gamification with trophies and challenges, and the smart home interaction, so we can notify you when your charging station is occupied. As well, we worked on the charging station management, which here's our current status, as well as the charging station management, so you know when so you can book and release bookings. That's all. Thank you for your attention.